of Overkill Trading. In today's live stream, we are going to be taking a look at your guys' chart requests over here from the Discord. I have all of those loaded up here inside of TradingView. Every single Monday, this thread gets opened up and you guys are able to put your chart requests in here. And what we're going to do today is we are going to go over all these charts and take a look at the signals and take a look at what they are telling us here going into the end of the year. We got a lot of good names in here. We got Apple, we got PayPal, UNH, XRP Prime, DJT, Riot Fee, CE Nail, Snapchat. Okay, we're going to be covering all these in today's live stream. For the sake of time, what I went ahead and did is I loaded them up into a playlist here so you guys can see all of these. These are all the requests from over there inside the Discord. So we're just going to go down this list today and take a look at these. Let me just pray before we get into it. Father God, thank you for the opportunity to have a community of like-minded people who are trying to better themselves financially and invest their money wisely. God, we pray that you will help us make wise decisions in our investments, in our relationships, in things that we do every single day. God, help us be better and do better for the glory of your kingdom. In Jesus' name, amen. So if you guys have been around this week, it's been a pretty brutal week in the markets. I mean, especially for crypto, I mean, it seems like it's been a lot worse than what we're looking at here. Looking at Bitcoin's chart here, you could see that we are building a support level here. We have been up in this red zone for a while now. I'll go over the strategy here for those of you that are new here in just a second. But you could see that Bitcoin's been hovering up here in the red zone for the last, well, since May. So May, June, July, August, September, October. For the last 4 months, Bitcoin hasn't really been going anywhere, right? We topped out right here at 110. Yes, it went up to 125. But you could see these red dots were coming up here in the red zone, and that is where we look to take profits. You can see that one came on Tuesday before that big dip right up there at 124. And part of our selling strategy is to sell the red dots inside of the red zone. So that was a pretty big sell signal there on Bitcoin. So right now for Bitcoin, the very important level to watch is going to be 107. That is going to be that support level right there from August, also in September, and now here in October. So if we can't hang on to 107, if Bitcoin can't hang on to 107, guys, it could very well go back down here to around 80,000, 80 to the 90,000 level. So we're just watching that level very, very closely. There's going to be a lot of other support levels we'll probably be taking a look at in today's video. We are testing some major support lines here on the chart today. So for those of you that are new, let me go ahead and cover the trading rules. Okay, we are swing traders here on this channel, folks. We are not day traders. For those of you that are new, we are swing traders that focus on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay, we are 1 to 6 months out on all our investments. Our strategy is based on the LDD method. Okay, the LDD method is something that I came up with. It's based on logic, data, and discipline. Okay, logic, data, and discipline. That's what we try to make our decisions based off of. We don't want to trade on our emotions. And when we are emotional, some of you probably are emotional after what happened last week. I mean, it's a crazy thing what happened last week, guys. I mean, that was like a historic thing. Nothing like that has ever happened in the crypto market since it's been around. I mean, all the way back here since 2008. I mean, that was a brutal liquidation. I mean, there were a lot of people that lost a lot of money because they were over leveraged and using leverage. Ultimately, you should not be using leverage, especially with crypto. Okay, stocks, it's a little different, but crypto is very, very volatile. And I just want to lift our brothers and sisters up that may have been over leveraged. It's a learning experience. Okay, I have done it in the past. I have lost a very large portion of my account because I was using leverage. Okay, the good thing about not using leverage is you can never be liquidated, right? You can hold on and you could sit through a big dip like that and it not even bother you. I mean, obviously it bothers you because your account went down, but you're not losing all your money. To those people that went out, man, I've been praying for you over the last week. I know there's been some people that have actually taken their lives, and it's a very sad thing to see. And I'm kind of having a hard time dealing with it over the last week. You know, I was fortunate enough to not lose as much as some people. I mean, I think my account's down like 5% this week, but I mean, for people to lose millions of dollars, like I said, guys, I just really pray for them. This is a very, very brutal industry to be in sometimes, and you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. Okay, that is like rule number one of investing. You should never put in more than you can afford to lose. Okay, that is just like the golden rule of investing. Okay, that's like investing 101. So again, let's learn our lesson. Let's fail forward. Okay, we learn from our failures, learn from your mistakes. If you took some losses, sometimes it's best that you just step away and don't trade for a while and take a break, go do something else. Okay, that's just a good general rule over 8 years that I have found. Right, when you're wrong on the market, maybe for the week. Obviously, if a lot of us are looking at the markets at the prices today or this week, some of us might be down. Our portfolios might be down. But again, we got to keep that long-term, right, 1 to 6 month vision on our investments and just stay disciplined. Logic, data, and discipline is what we try to make our decisions based off here. Okay. When it comes to being emotional and trading, they just don't go hand in hand. So that's why we try to focus on using indicators, right, and data and logic on the chart. Okay, we know for a fact that we shouldn't be buying stuff up here in the red zone. Okay, the red zone is our selling territory. We should not be buying Bitcoin up here at 125. We called Bitcoin out here back in 2023, down here off of our buy signal, okay, at $20,000. Okay, we also called one out right here in October. And you saw this one come on Bitcoin in September, okay? And we have been being very cautious on the Bitcoin trade. A lot of us are, or I know myself, I am invested into altcoins. I am not trading Bitcoin. If I was wanting to buy Bitcoin, I'd want to buy it down here just because that's what the data says, okay? Right now, okay, based on past data, look at the red dots up here in this area. This is not a good place to be going long on Bitcoin. For our strategy, again, we are 1 to 6 months out. We are not day traders. Okay, so we enter and exit positions using our trading indicator. That green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. Okay, green means buy, red means sell. Okay, rule number 4 is one of the most important rules. It probably is the most important rule when it comes to our buying strategy, is we only want to buy assets that have that green dot on the monthly chart. So, like I said, Bitcoin is red right now. We do not want to be looking for a trade on Bitcoin at the moment. Okay, because again, the data is telling us that we are going down. Until we flip to green, we have no interest in looking for a position on Bitcoin. Again, this is our strategy, folks. Our strategy. You might have a different strategy, but based on the data and the indicator right now, for our strategy, it's not a good time. There's some other names out there, okay, that we're going to run into today, I'm sure, in one of these in these chart requests that do have a green dot. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to look at the charts, and again, we're here to make decisions based on logic, data, and discipline. Okay, nothing else, not emotions, not about how we feel or anything like that. It's all based on logic, data, and discipline. The discipline is sticking to the strategy, okay, staying true to the rules and what we are here to do. So again, first thing we look for on the monthly chart. When I talk about the monthly and daily charts, I'm talking about these charts up here, guys. Okay, if you can't see the M, the week, or the daily, you can come here and click this little arrow. And what you want to do is you want to star the daily and you want to star the monthly. That way they stay up here for you. Okay, we're not using these ones down here. We're using these ones up here. So the first one we always pay attention to is the monthly chart. Okay, that monthly chart is our biggest friend because again, our time frame is 1 to 6 months out. So we need to know what the monthly chart is saying and what it is doing. Okay, so simply put, green dot means buy, red dot means sell. Okay, so our buy strategy is right here. Rule number 5 is after we get that monthly dot. So once we have the monthly alert, okay, we are then looking to the daily chart. So the daily chart, each one of these candles on the daily, okay, is 1 day's worth of price action. 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. Okay, on the monthly, each one of these is 1 month's worth of price action. Okay, so we're hyper focused on the monthly, but after we get the buy signal here on the monthly, what we want to do is we want to zoom into a daily. Let's just go to Ethereum here. Again, we called Ethereum out right here in June at $2,200, and it popped all the way up there to 5,000. Ethereum is still green on the monthly chart right now. Bitcoin is not. Ethereum is. Right? So what we're doing on Ethereum is we're zoomed in here to the daily, and we are looking for green dots to enter. So you can see you got one right there 2 days ago at around 4,000. Okay, but now you got a red dot. So now you have to make the decision if you want to hang on through this or you set a stop loss right there at $3,500. But you can see Ethereum's also up here inside of the red zone. So that's something to take note. We don't like to buy assets up here in the red zone. Okay, this red dot right here came on Wednesday, at $4,500. Okay, it dipped all the way to 35. Okay, and again, that was a red dot inside the red zone, and I'll talk about our sell strategy here in just a second. But you guys can see we got that green dot in on Ethereum right there at 2,200, right? So after that, what we were doing is we were zooming into the daily chart and we were looking for green dots. June was back here when we got that signal. Okay, this was $2,200. We were buying Ethereum back here. And look what you got here. You got a green dot right there. You got one right here. You got one right here. Okay, and then where we're taking profits is in the red zone. So again, rule number 5, we buy the day of the daily dot, okay, the daily green dot, in or around the golden zones, as long as the monthly dot is green. Okay, so the golden zones are going to be these zones right here on the Fibonacci. The Fibonacci tool is the one we use in cadence with our red and green dots. We want to make sure we're getting it at a fair or a discounted price. When stuff is in the red zone, we are never looking to buy because this is our take profit, right? That's our target. Okay, so we have 2 different selling strategies. And let me tell you guys, it's just as important to have a selling strategy as it is a buying strategy. Okay, and we have 2 different selling strategies here. So sell strategy number 1 is that we want to sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily or the 4-hour. Okay, let's just keep this really simple. We do integrate the 4-hour chart sometimes, but I'm just going to take this out for now and just say focused on the daily for you guys, because I want to keep it really simple. So again, red dot in the red zone is sell strategy number 1, and that's on a daily chart. Okay, that's on the daily chart. So you could see Ethereum gave you one right here in September at 45. It gave you one right here in August at 46. It gave you one right here before that big dip happened, right there at 4,500. Okay, and those were all sell signals. We should have been taking profits in those areas. We were buying Ethereum down here. I sold mine at around 3,800. So I didn't quite time the exact top because sometimes price can break out over the Fibonacci, but you could see I got pretty dang close. So we were really happy with that trade because, again, we were entering down here at 2,200 and selling there for a 67 to 70% gain. Okay, our goal here is not to time the exact top. It's to get out around the top. Okay, we don't want to wait for the exact tippy top. We want to get out around the top in that area. And as long as we're getting in down here, okay, where we're at the mean, right, at the average, getting it at a fair price, right, down here, okay, we should be happy with those gains. A 67% gain, I was very happy with that on Ethereum. So let's see how this thing plays out. But that is the sell strategy, guys. Again, if you can't follow the strategy, if you don't follow a strategy, again, you don't have to use our strategy. But I do encourage you guys to have a set of rules. Because when you have rules, it helps with the emotional part of trading. Because when you have rules, then you can have discipline to stick to your rules no matter what happens. Okay, and again, it's all based on logic and data. So again, if you thought Ethereum was going to keep going up to 10,000 or whatever, and you didn't take profits on this red dot, that is not having the discipline to stick to the strategy. I can't tell you guys where we're going to go here in the next couple of days or weeks. Okay, the charts are very volatile right now. There's obviously a lot of things going on. Ethereum does have a red dot here on the daily. So one thing that I did today was I actually sold Link at $18. Just because I see this red dot. So I'm just using caution right now because, again, I think it's a 50-50 flip which way the market could break. If Link ends up coming back down here to 10, 12 bucks, I'll have cash on the side to buy more. Simply put, if you see a red dot right now and you want to be cautious, right, on your name, on the daily chart, because, again, both Ethereum and Chainlink both have green dots on their monthly charts. So we still have a reason to be bullish, but I think there's a lot of reasons right now to be cautious. And that's why I'm listening to the signal here on Link. I sold it up here off of this dot around I think I sold it at 250. We had that big dip. I bought back in at 13. Okay, but now we're seeing a red dot here on the chart, just like we are on Ethereum. So again, I don't have a crystal ball, but what I am seeing is a signal that there is potential that we could continue this sell-off. So we just got to pay attention, right, to where we bounced on a lot of these levels, and we just got to pay attention. It's okay to sell, guys. It's okay to sell if you want to be cautious and you want to play the red dot. You can always get back in when it turns back to green. Okay, there's nothing wrong with selling on a red dot because you can always get back in. You can't be scared to sell in the markets. Okay, because then you'll end up just never selling, right? You have to be willing to take profits if you're going to trade and follow the strategy, right? And you gotta be wrong and be wrong fast. So again, using caution here on Ethereum and Chainlink, and things like that. And you do that by identifying the levels, right? This level right here at 3,600, that's a big level for Ethereum. So what we want to see Ethereum do is get another daily dot here in the next couple days to continue its action forward. But again, you can see the crystal clear sell signal right there, crystal clear sell signal right there, okay, crystal clear sell signal right there, and even back here. So yeah, I mean, that's the strategy, guys. If you choose not to follow the strategy, again, it's nobody's fault but your own. Again, you don't have to use our strategy, but again, I encourage you to have a strategy, to have a plan, okay? Otherwise, you're just shooting in the dark, okay? That red zone on the Fibonacci is a very, very good place to take some, if not all, your profits off the table, okay? So sell strategy number 2, okay? So that was sell strategy number 1. Again, that's very simple. Red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay, this second sell strategy, before we get into the charts here, is going to be based on the monthly chart. So this is, we sell when the stochastic RSI, that is the light blue line on the trading indicator, hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. So when I'm talking about the stochastic RSI, we're talking about this light blue line right here. This is called the stochastic RSI. When this comes up here and touches the white dotted line, that is when we look to take profits. And you could see back here in March of 2024, Ethereum hit 4,000, it topped out, and then it sold all the way off to 1,300. Same thing back here in 2021, okay? Absolutely ripped to the upside, hit about 4,500. You could see it topped out right there in 2021, and then sold all the way off from 4,500 all the way down to 1,000. So those are our 2 selling strategies. And you can see Ethereum is getting very close to that line. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting very close. Very big level for Ethereum is going to be that I'm going to say $3,500 level. If it can hang on to that, okay, we're going to continue upward here into Q4 and Q1. But that is a very big level there for Ethereum. So keep an eye on that. But that's the sell strategy, guys. So again, that's all laid out over here in the trading rules. If you guys are new, I do have a free trading course over here you guys can check out and learn more about the strategy. If you do not have the trading indicators, you guys can download the trading indicators we're going to talk about in today's video right here. Going to the trading indicator tab, just click on this link right here, and everything loads directly up into your TradingView account. You're going to get all the same exact indicators that we're going to talk about and cover today. And again, you guys can start following along with the community. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on, Kyle? What's going on, Jeff? What's going on, Arthur? What's going on, Shane? What's going on, Tyler? JR? Thank you, guys. Welcome to the live stream. If you guys are watching the replay, say something down in the comment section below. And let's go ahead and dive into these chart requests. So we'll start up here with ARB. ARB is Arbitrum. Arbitrum is still green here on the daily. So one thing I did notice about ARB is a red dot here on the monthly. So again, it had this massive wick down from 40 all the way down to 7 cents. I mean, in my years of trading, I have not really seen anything like that before. A day like that. We caught the whole thing on the live on Friday. I mean, it was just a historic event. Okay. So it does have the red monthly, so that is just a signal to use caution here, identifying a level here that makes sense to pull. I mean, right now we should still be long off the green dot, but if a red dot comes tomorrow or the next day, right, we just got to be very cautious on these daily red dots because, again, I really can't tell you which way we're going to break, guys. I don't know if we're just going to continue down, maybe down to these lows and then bounce, or if we're just going to turn the corner here and go straight up. It would be really nice to see ARB get back over 50 cents. This is another one we got to buy on the live on that was last Friday when that dip happened. We bought down here at like 10 cents. Okay, we nailed the bottom right there. So we're actually up really big on the position. It's just a matter of, hey, do we take profits right now or do we hang on and keep it rolling? So I would just watch the daily right now. As long as we can hold the green dot on the daily, we're going to be fine. But I would say 30 cents, 29.30 cents. Oops. 29.30 cents is a very, very big level for ARB here. And I don't know what I just did. I just hit the replay button or something. What's going on, Tara? Micah, Oscar, what's going on, brother? Crypto has been max 2 months to top, then will crash. Yeah, Q1 seems interesting. Like I said, I can't tell which way we're gonna break right now. It's way too hard to tell. This is where you just kind of sit back and watch and see what happens. But what I will say is people are very fearful right now. Right after that kind of a dip, I mean, people are down here in despair, right? People are not feeling good. I mean, like I said, unfortunately, there's people taking their lives right now. So, guys, again, never invest more than you can afford to lose. That means don't invest with leverage, especially in crypto. And, you know, I really feel for the people affected by that, the families of the people who are taking their lives. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. There's no other way to put it. So, again, ARB, let's watch these levels here. 28 cents it's probably a good level for a stop loss. If 28 cents breaks, you should probably, you know, be stopped out on that and see if it comes back down here to 15 to 20. But again, just taking precautions here using the daily chart there on ARB. So if I like any of these guys, if I like any of these chart requests from the Discord here today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them over here. So this was last week's. So I'm going to drop them in this playlist, and I'll go ahead and share this playlist with you guys here after the fact. So you can see XRP has a red dot. So this is a great place to be using caution right now with XRP. I think if this thing breaks down below 25, I think you get stopped out and you just wait till it hits the bottom, right? Wait till the green dot comes back on the daily chart. Because these candles are going to close here in about 3 hours. And if that closes red, that could get pretty ugly. So again, using caution. I would use a stop loss here on XRP at 32. And again, we called the red dot in the red zone right here at 350. It was also called right here in August, right here at 320. And once again, we were buying XRP down here in August at 50 cents. So it's already had a massive run. I mean, look at this candle. That is just insanity, man. All the way down to 150 and right back up. So I would say the short-term support level you want it to hold is 225. 225 is a big level for XRP there. Guys, we're taking chart requests over here from the Discord, by the way. For those of you just joining in, we have a chart request thread here in the Discord. We take requests every single Wednesday here from this, so drop your chart requests over here for next week. If we have time today, I'll take some from the chat. But the Mariners are playing here at 5 o'clock, and I got some people coming over, so I might not be able to get to those, but get them over here in the chart request thread every single Monday, and I'm happy to go through all of these for you guys. Here's Corgi AI. It looks like a rug pull. I can't tell you that much. There's no data on the indicator. So if there's no data on the indicator, that just means it hasn't been around long enough to populate, right? You can't see the indicator down there. You can see the fib levels. This would be more of a fundamental play than a technical play. Here's APT. APT just broke down below, what was that? Below 3,000 there. Or I'm sorry, $3.50. So that thing's on the way back down. So this one popped a green dot here at the beginning of the month, but it faded away. So a dot is never confirmed until the month closes. But this thing is right back here at the low right there at $3. If that thing hits $3, I think that'd be a great buying opportunity. I still think it's cheap right now. I don't know too much about this project, but I mean, you're getting it at pretty much the lowest price since 2022. You're getting it at a 3-year low right now. So again, you got to think, where am I buying this project, right? Am I buying it at the highs or am I buying it at the lows? Okay. Am I buying it at the highs or the lows? Okay. Highs are up here. Lows are down here. Okay. When everyone's fearful, when everyone's panicking is normally a good time to buy. How I would play this is I would just wait for that dot to come back there on APT, that green dot there on the monthly. It looks like the support level was right back here in 2022 at around $3. That's right where we bounced 3 years ago, and we're literally sitting right on top of that support level. So that's a big level there for APT. If you want to anticipate that monthly dot coming, just wait for that green dot there on the daily. But that one looks interesting. I actually do like that one. I would just wait for the monthly to come back, but I'm going to put that in the favorites list. Chainlink, I sold Chainlink at 18 today. I sold Chainlink. I'm just being cautious with the red dots right now, guys. That's all I'm doing. Again, I don't like to fall in love with the things that I'm holding or anything, right? Again, we're here to trade the data. The data is telling us that, hey, this could be a potential sell-off to the downside. So a big level for Chainlink is going to be 16. I would say $16 is a big level for it. Again, you can always sell and get back in. It's okay to sell on the red dot and then wait for the green dot to come back in. Does that make sense? What's going on, Tom? Rich, Catherine, William, what's going on, brother? Terrence says, do you think we're done for the bull run? It's too hard to tell right now. It's honestly really too hard to tell right this second. I am neutral on the market. Okay, there's bearish, there's bullish, and there's neutral. Okay, I'm going to have to see how this price action ends up going for the next, I would say, probably couple weeks. If we can consolidate here for a while and go sideways, that'd be great. But there's just some things to be concerned about. Again, if a red dot's showing up, it's okay to sell and get back in on the green dot. Okay, that way if Chainlink does sell off back here to 14, we can get back in and we can buy more. So just using caution right now. Again, I am neutral on the market. I'm not overly bullish, overly bearish. I'm neutral right now. So Chainlink, I sold mine at 18 today, and I'm simply just waiting for the green dot on the daily to come back. Because, again, the monthly's still green, right? The monthly is still green and looking good. Okay, it came right back down here to 15. Okay, it hit 15. I don't know how I bought it at $13. It didn't even record on the chart. But, again, all we got to do now is wait for the green dot. Again, the strategy is green dot on the monthly plus green dot on the daily equals buy. Okay, this green dot came right here a couple days ago, right there at around 19, and it went the other direction. Okay, again, the chart is saying red dot, okay, beware. That is a potential reversal signal to the downside. Red means down, green means up. So I'm waiting to get back in on Chainlink. I still love the project. I just want to see what it does here over the next week or so. Okay, I want to see if it can hold on to these levels down here at like 16. Where do I believe we are in the overall cycle? That's a good question, man. That's a really good question. Honestly, I've never been like so. I don't know. I feel like I just don't know right now. Like, to be honest, I don't know if we're going to go into one of the biggest altcoin seasons we've ever seen, or if everything's just going to get taken out. By the looks of the charts, most of these charts, I mean, we are at the lows. I mean, we got to be thinking about that. Except for Ethereum and things like XRP. I mean, those things are way up off of their bottoms, right? Okay, the bottom was right here in 2024 at 50 cents on XRP. Everyone wants to buy XRP up here at $3, but no one wanted to buy it down here at $4. So that's kind of just how the psychology of the market works, right? So we're either in the middle of a bear trap or we're going into fear. We could be in this fear category, and you could see that flush out, and then everyone get back in, right? So I'm going to be honest. I'm neutral on the markets right now, guys. I'm neutral on the crypto markets. I don't really have an opinion of bear or bull. I'm just playing things very cautiously, and if my name has a red dot on the chart, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to just sit cash until things calm down, right? And the direction is more clear, because right now it's not clear. Can we agree on all that? It's just not very clear. So it's okay to sit some cash. It's okay to have some cash on the sideline. Okay, again, we're just listening to the signals. We're just listening to the data and seeing what the data is telling us. If the dot is red, just like it was back here on ASPI, okay, you had a sell-off over 2 weeks. And it pumped back off the green dot, so on and so forth. So, yeah. Yeah, last Friday, I can't even explain it. I'm still kind of trying to process that whole move. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, there was nothing like that. That was the biggest liquidation. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing that people are actually taking their lives because of it, and it's very sad. It's very sad. But, you know, we fail forward. There's things you're going to fail at in life, okay? But it's important that we keep learning and keep moving forward. Money isn't everything, guys. Money should not be an idol, okay? It should be used as a tool. Okay, it should be used as a tool. It should not be the main goal. ASPI, this thing's up in the red zone. So again, looking to sell the red dot on ASPI. FIN, FINV, that one needs the green monthly. So again, we don't buy anything unless it has a green monthly dot. STGW, that one has a red dot on the monthly, but it is not confirmed. So you see how the dot is showing up this month? That tells you need to watch the support. So I would say support on this is right there at 490. It got the green dot today. So if we can push up here into October, because again, we're looking at a monthly candle of October, right? There's 16 days left in October. Okay, so if price goes up, this dot can fade. So if you're paying attention here to the daily chart, you can see where we bounced. We bounced right there at 490. It got a green dot. So what that's telling you is that, hey, this is the potential bottom right here at 4. As long as we don't break down below 489, okay, this trade is valid. And our target would be back up here between $7.50 to $8. And if you have a stop loss right there at 4, just call it 485, okay, you're risking 6% to the downside. Okay, but you're risking 6% to the downside, 6% to the downside to make 59% to the upside, because our target's up here in the red zone, right? So that's a pretty good risk to reward trade. I just don't like how sideways it is. Okay, not my favorite trade. SEAM, Seamless. That looks like a pretty bad rug pull there. But again, if you know something about the fundamentals of the project, these coins are fundamental plays. These new coins that look like this, they're fundamental plays. You're investing based on fundamentals, meaning you're investing based on the technology and what the project or the company does. Because again, there's no technical data for us to make any decisions. If we don't have any data, it's hard for us to make a decision unless we know that it's the next XRP or the next Ethereum, right? If there's something about the project that we really like and we want to invest into. So Seamless, I would just say that's a fundamental investment. ELA, that's green on the monthly, but it's up in the red zone, so we're not interested. Again, our time to buy was down here around these golden zones, not up here in the red zone. So I would, it's got a green dot, so I'd use a stop loss on this at 750 to protect your gains if you want to play the continuation. If you think it's going to keep going up, I would just make sure that that thing holds on to 750. INDX, up in the red zone, not interested. Root's going to need a green dot on the monthly. HOND, that thing is absolutely taken off. Okay, it's the move already happened, right? You should have been buying down here at $11 or right here at around 18, but not our trade, right? Great day trading stock, but I would not touch this. I would sell this one up here. Okay, beautiful move there. I would sell this one up there. That's HOND. CCX, another one that looks toppy. You got a red dot here. Make sure you just at least use a stop loss at like $20. Okay, not touching this one. It's already gone up for 10 days in a row. Again, we don't want to buy things that have already gone up. If you would have got in on this green dot back here in September, that was at $10. It's at 26 now. So $20 is going to be a big level for CCCX on this. Yeah, I got stopped out of Link at $20.50 on Friday, and then ended up buying the dip at 13. So yeah, stop losses are very, very good. It's a very good tool to use to protect your capital, right? If you're up big on a position, you should want to set a stop loss. So when the market does go against you, right? Where I like to set my stop losses is on the red dots. If I see a red dot on the chart, I want to set a stop loss. Okay, I either want to sell or set a stop loss. Like AQST. This was a request here for, I can't even say that, but you could see how we wanted to buy when this wave was down here, given a green dot in the golden zone, right there at 350. Now it's at 7, so it's already up 100%. We don't want to chase that, right? We want to get in right here in July, right there at $3, and now you're up 100%. Okay, now you're thinking about taking profits and not looking to take a position. So I'd be a seller of this one on the next red dot. Verizon, wow, Verizon's actually selling off. See, now this might be a good name to pay attention to, a company like Verizon that pays a dividend if we do end up going into a bear market here. But it's down here in the golden zone. I like that. I just don't like that red dot on the monthly. So I want to see where this thing ends up, and looking for the green dot there on the monthly. But paying attention here to the fib levels. Like you can see the fib levels right there at around 38. If you can pick this up at 38, that's where we bounce back here in January. Okay, bounce at that same level right there, went up. So I'd be paying attention to that, but the monthly chart is not agreeing with us on this one. It's trying to bounce here at 39, but we got to be disciplined and just look for that green dot there on the monthly. If that thing's going to hold, if you want to take a trade, I would just use $39 as a stop loss here. $39 as the stop loss here on Verizon. That's going to be a big level for Verizon there. ET, that thing's starting to turn the other way. $16 looks like a pretty good stop loss. It does not have the green dot on the monthly, though, but it is trying to reverse down here in the bottom of the golden zone. So just like how we want to buy, right, or we want to sell up here in the red zone, we want to look to buy down here in the golden zone. Okay, so when you get a red, or when you get a green dot and you look at the daily chart, and price is down here in the golden zone. Okay, that's a really good place to take an entry because we have so much meat left on the bone. If this goes back up to the red zone here, right, you're talking about a 25% move for ET. For a stock, that's pretty good. Okay, for a stock that doesn't move that much. A lot of you guys are getting started trading with crypto, which is the most volatile asset class out there. I mean, you're talking about 10, 20, look at these, some of these names down 10, 8, 9% right now. So, again, stocks are probably a much better place to get started if you guys are beginning than cryptocurrency. Yes, you can make more money in crypto, but you can also, right, lose it just as fast by getting emotional and panic selling a day like Friday. ET, though, I like it as long as it holds 16. Amazon again, got a sell signal there, we got a sell signal here, and we've just been chopping around. So just not interested in Amazon here. Again, red dot on the monthly, that is concerning. So there, honestly, guys, there's a lot of things to be concerned about right now in some of these bigger names. NVO, not so much. NVO has a green dot on the monthly. I still really like this trade, really like this healthcare trade. Again, I'd rather buy something that's gone down for a year, right? That's down than gone up for a year, right? Amazon looks very toppy. Amazon looks very, very toppy here. And they got earnings coming up here pretty soon. NVO, though, this is probably my favorite request so far. And I do have a position on this. Simply put, just looking for a green dot. I think I got in on this around $58. So it's at 56. No real reason to average down. But our target on that's anywhere from 110 to 130. I still really, really like that name. XRT. That one is green on the monthly. So I would just make sure it holds this support level over here at 170. You got a target of $3 up there on XRT. Okay. Again, very weird looking chart though. So be cautious on that one. Here's VeChain. VeChain needs the monthly. IMX. That one's got a green dot as well on the monthly. And it's green on the daily. So just seeing kind of how we break. It looks like this level where the buyers stepped in a couple days ago at 47 looks like a good spot. And it is still green on the monthly. So it's at a very big support level here, right? This is a big support level down there at 34. We called this one right here around 50 cents. It's sitting at around 50 cents where the green dot popped. But you can see strong support, and strong support right here. And again, what's the fear and greed index at today, by the way? See, we're not even close to altcoin season now. 37, so we're still in fear. So again, Warren Buffett, greatest investor of all time, says buy when others are fearful, sell when they're greedy. Okay, we're sitting in fear inside of the crypto markets right now. So some of these names are just very, you can see how many times this thing has bounced here at around 35. You can see it bounced right there, bounced right there, bounced right there. So that's a big level for it. So just looking to add on the green dots. If you got in on this one Monday, you're holding. All right, you're holding here at 50 cents with a target of 120. And again, you guys should believe in what you're buying. Okay, believe in what you're buying. Don't just buy anything because of a dot. Know the company, know what they do, know what they're going to do, so on and so forth. Here's Tilroy. This is a cannabis company, cannabis brand here. 150 is a big level for this one. Okay, you just want that one to hold on to $1.50. That monthly chart is extremely ugly. But up above 150, Tilroy looks interesting if you want to play cannabis. Here's Bonk. Bonk's also green here, so this is the current support level right down here at 0.00001. Target is still up there. So again, I don't know what we're going to do in the next couple of days, folks, but over the long term, a lot of these altcoins look like they're in a great spot. Last time we were down here in the golden zone on Bonk was back here in June. Okay, June was when everyone was panicking and everyone was freaking out. Then we went up and people got excited again, and then we went back down, right? That's the psychology of the market, folks. When people are enthusiastic and they're having a good time and they're jumping for joy and you know, freaking out, telling everybody how great they are, that is normally a good time to sell. Okay, and we know when this time is by using our indicators, right? When we get close up into this red zone, we know people are very excited because we just went from, right, 0.001 all the way up here to 0.004. Okay, that's a 200% move. This was a 200% move on Bonk last time. And again, we're right down there inside of the golden zone. So we're back down in the zone. If you're just investing based off the Fibonacci, okay, and that's this indicator right here that we're talking about, the golden zones and the red zone. Okay, I have a great video on it in the course over here. If you guys haven't watched the trading course, great video on it. It's not my video, but this guy explains the Fibonacci very well. I also go over it in other videos, but this guy breaks it down very, very well. And it's used by traders to identify support and resistance levels, which is what we do here as traders. We want to find the good pockets to buy, and we want to beware, right, when we're expensive. We want to buy, as traders, we should want to buy at a fair price or a discounted price. If you're looking at the Fibonacci, if you're buying it in the middle, you're getting it at a fair price, right? Because that's the middle, that's the mean. If you're buying it down here, you're getting it at a discounted price. If you're buying it up here, you're buying it at an expensive price. So we want to buy things when they're cheap and sell when they're expensive. So Bonk is in an interesting place down here. If you believe in it, I think it's a great place to look for an entry. And it will be interesting to see if we get a bounce here into the end of October. Okay, but we're down 7% today. Look at what 7% looks like on the chart right now with this big candle right here. That's just crazy. But I'm going to put Bonk on the favorites because it does look interesting down there in the golden zone. Pepe is also down here in the golden zone. And that one's got a daily as well. So watching 0.00006, I just don't know how I feel about the beams. I think I like Bonk more than Pepe, to be honest with you. GEVO. So this one's coming up here to the red zone. So I'd be looking to sell this one on the next daily red dot there. CRM. CRM's still hanging out down here around 230. I told you guys last week that 220. 220 is a big level for CRM. If I were to play CRM here, I would use a stop loss at 220. We're playing the golden dot here. The golden dot on the daily is another 1 to 6 month swing. If you guys want to know how to trade the signals, we have a how-to over here in the dots and signals tab. Okay, again, all trades are for 1 to 6 months out. The daily golden dot and the monthly dot are both similar. Okay, buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. This came back here in August, so it's been about 2 months of sideways action. What is sideways action? It is consolidation, right? This is when no one's really talking about it. No one knows about it. They call it the stealth phase, the smart money phase. Okay, sideways isn't a bad thing. Is it very boring? Yes. But it's not really boring when it breaks out and ends up going back up here to the red zone. So I like CRM still as long as it can hold on to 220. I'll put that one in the favorites for today too. So far out of your guys' requests, these are the favorites. NVO is probably at the top of the list there. And then obviously all of those. So I'll share that list with you guys as well after the stream here. We got Mara. Mara is now approaching the red zone. So I would look to sell Mara on the next daily red dot. And we also call out all the signals over here inside the Discord. So when Mara prints a red dot, that will pop up over here, and I would take profits on that. Because again, we were buying Mara down here at 15. It's now sitting up here at 22. And our target's up here at around 24 to 26. So just watching for the red dot there on Mara. Again, too late for us to buy. We should have been buying down here in or around the golden zone. Now we're closer to the red zone than anything. So I'd be looking to take profits on that one. Here's Solana. Solana's still green here on the daily. Tomorrow's going to be a really interesting day. I think tomorrow we're going to have a better idea what the direction will be. But right now, Solana, I would be watching 180. 180 is a very big level for Solana. If that cracks, okay, I would sell. I would sell Solana if it breaks down below 180. Okay, it needs to hold 180. It's still green on the monthly, but in November we could see a red dot. And if it breaks down below 180, that's going to tell us that the bears are in control here. Okay, even after a dip like last week. LGHL. I don't know about that one. Tesla. I've been saying sell Tesla for a minute now. Okay, we're up here in the red zone. Just take your profits. Don't be greedy. Okay. Again, the strategy is the strategy, folks. Red dots in the red zone is where we're looking to sell. Okay, we're sellers of Tesla at these levels. If you don't want to sell it here, use a stop loss at least at 400. But I would be taking profits on Tesla here. MP also in the red zone, taking profits on the next red dot there. I'm going to put this one on the watch list though, but we are not looking to take a position on that one. OKLO, same thing. Looks very toppy. I'd sell it. RDDT, it's green on the daily. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I don't like that one either. B, on the other hand, that one got the golden dot. I got stopped out of this one at like 125. So I'm just waiting for the monthly now here on fee. If that thing comes down and hits $100, I think that's probably where it's going to bounce. But just waiting for the monthly now. You got the golden dot here. That support level did not hold, and it's continuing to melt down here. So just paying attention to the monthly. You can always average down on the monthly dot after you get the golden dot. So I'm watching $100 for an entry on fee. Just waiting for the monthly now. Can you get an update on PayPal? Yeah. PayPal, that green dot faded there on the monthly. It's still hanging out right here around 60, whatever this level is right here, 65. It's just range bound right now between 65 and 80. So it's going to take something spectacular to achieve 10% revenue growth and 12% earnings per share growth. So their company's growing like crazy, and they just launched a new service where you can advertise on their platform. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm just looking for a daily dot here on this. Okay, $65 is a big level there on PayPal. ACN also gave the golden dot here back at 235. It's sitting at 240 right now. I would just watch for the monthly. Same kind of thing here. Watching for the monthly dot. I actually like this one as well. Just look for that monthly. What was that other one we were just talking about? The one that got the golden dot. Oh, fee. Yeah, we just want to wait for that monthly signal on both of these names. I think they're going to both set up very, very nicely. I don't think it's a bad idea right now, guys, to have some cash. I do not think right now is a bad time to have a little bit of cash on the sideline. I'm sitting pretty heavy cash right now. I'll be honest with you. After I sold my Chainlink, I'm sitting pretty heavy cash. So, again, there's just too much uncertainty at the moment, which is normally a good time to be buying, but I just want it to be more clear, right? We're listening to the signals on the indicator. Okay, we don't have to make emotional decisions or any other kind of decision. We just simply wait for our signal. Once we get our signal, that's when we decide to act. But ACN, looking for the monthly on that. It did get the gold dot there. So if you played the gold dot, I would say this thing is fine as long as it holds on to 230. As long as it holds on to 230. Looking for a green dot on that one. CNC. That one is also green here on the monthly. So that looks good. Just waiting for the daily now. Okay, waiting for the daily. That actually looks pretty good. I would look for the daily dot on CNC there. Yeah, I still like PayPal. We got that monthly dot on PayPal. When was that? When did we get the monthly dot on PayPal? It was on the 7th. So that was last week, right? Remember, these trades are for 1 to 6 months out, meaning you have to wait for 6 months. Sometimes you might have to wait 7 or 8 to get a return, right? You can't expect the green dot to come and a week later be expecting to be profitable, because that's just not how the strategy works. With the time frames that we trade, we keep that 1 to 6 month vision. So if you entered PayPal last week at, what'd you say, $73, that would have been right here. Okay, yeah, you're down a little bit now. But again, that trade should have been for 1 to 6 months out, right? You're buying that expecting that it's going to come back up here in the next 1 to 6 months. So you just got to have patience and let the trade play out, ultimately. That's it. That's it. Just having the patience for it to play out. RUM, that one's trying to reverse here off 680. It doesn't have the green dot yet on the monthly. So a big level for this one's going to be this support right there at 690. Solana needs to hold 180. Yep, Solana needs to hold that 180 level. Okay, 180 is a big level. This one could have a red dot show up here when these candles close. So 180 is big. That is a huge level. I would definitely have a stop loss set at $180. Litecoin. Litecoin's red as well on the monthly. So you got a red dot there on the monthly. What I would do is use a stop loss around $90 right now. I would sit with a stop loss at $90 on Litecoin. Pump needs the green. Needs the green dot there on the daily. Near also needs a green dot here on the daily. This one's building the base right here at 2. I still like Near. I'm still holding my position. It does have a red dot here. So again, that just means use caution, right? Either have a plan to average down. If it goes down to $1, what can we do? We can buy more. We can add to our position. Okay, but as of right now, $2 is the support level you want to use there. Okay, $2 is a very big support level for Near. I still like it over 2. If it breaks down below 2, we're probably going down to 1. Yep, this strategy takes a lot of patience, guys. It takes a lot of patience, and you don't have to check the charts every day using this strategy. You really don't. Maybe just once a day. You don't have to sit here for 6 to 8 hours, right? We're thinking down the road, right? We're investing our money. We're planting seeds in the ground. Think of yourselves like farmers, right? The farmer doesn't go plant the seed and then go back to the field and dig it up every day to make sure it's growing. Okay, he plants the seed and he has faith that it will grow. Okay, and using our strategy, okay, we can have faith and confidence that it works. And if you're using all the rules and you're following everything, it has a very, very high success rate, folks. Okay, it has a very high success rate over time. And the longer you're willing to wait on your investments, the more accurate you are. Okay, I would say if you're willing to wait 1 to 6 months off these signals, the strategy is anywhere from, I'm going to say 75 to 80, maybe 85% accurate. If you're really willing to wait for that 6-month period of time, okay, to be profitable. If you want to go up to 12 months and say, hey, I'm going to hold on for a year, I think that number goes up probably by 5 to 10%. You're probably into 85 to 90% range of being accurate, maybe even higher than that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, if we can get the 300 likes, guys, I'll give away 10 chain link here. If you guys can do it on the replay, I'll do it over here in the Discord. We gave away some crypto last week. Sent that over. We did 50,000 Riz. That is that coin we've been holding here to Plum Bum. So if we can get this video to 300 likes, probably not going to happen because we're in a bear market and we're going down, so people aren't as excited and stuff. But that's okay. Okay, if you're going to trade the markets, if you're going to be an investor, if you're going to get into these markets, you got to be willing to deal with the downside as well. Okay, you have to learn how to deal with the down days, just like the up days. Okay, so SHIB, red dot there on the daily. Again, use caution. I would use a stop loss on SHIB probably at around 0.0009 there. But how you would play that is just wait for the green dot there on the monthly. Nail is actually looking pretty good here. It got a bounce there yesterday, and it looks pretty good here above that support level. Looks like the low was around 57. So you could have a stop loss at 57. Gave you the green dot yesterday. Target on that still 160. I like Nail here, actually. Cure is the ETF, the healthcare ETF we've been playing. This one actually looks good too, as long as it can hold on to 86. Target on that still 120 to 130. I still like Cure as well. I still like healthcare. I still like home builders. Oil and gas looks interesting too. OP down here at 45. OP just needs the daily here. It's got the red monthly though. So again, we're at 3-year lows right now. Okay, we're at 3-year lows, the lowest prices in 3 years right now. Okay, and this is when everyone's scared. Does that make sense to you guys? You guys see how that works? How everyone's just kind of like uncertain and in despair and not sure, and we're at the lowest price in 3 years. So I think it's a definitely buy for the long term if you're really waiting on that 1 to 6 month period. But I would look for the daily here. Once you get the daily dot, I think that'll be a very interesting spot to take OP. I am very tempted to re-enter OP. I ended up selling it at like 70 cents, and it sold all the way off to what, 24 cents? So I'm just watching for a green daily on OP. I actually like that one too, because it just looks, when a project that I like is at the lowest price in 3 years, that's a good sign, folks. 3 years, I can't even remember what was happening 3 years ago. Okay, but this thing has a high of $4.50. So again, it does have a red dot on the monthly, but again, if price goes up, if we get a bounce here, that dot's going to fade away. So charts like OP actually give me confidence that we're still going to have altcoin season into the end of the year here, just because of how low it is. Like, how could it go any lower, right? How can it go any lower? Because we're at the 3-year low, unless the project's a total rug pull. But I still like OP. I like the project. I like the fundamentals. It's built on Ethereum, and again, it's at a 3-year low. So again, when everyone's scared, when everyone's in despair, when everyone's panicking, when everyone's getting flushed out and liquidated, we're down here. I mean, it doesn't feel good to be down here, right? It does not feel good to be in despair, okay? Because that Friday dip, that was what this was. Friday's dip was, oh my gosh, right? Now we're down here, right? That's what it feels like, at least. Do you guys agree? I mean, are you guys... I'm just thankful we have stop losses. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm thankful that we don't trade leverage, that we don't use leverage here. And again, guys, be praying for those influencers that, I mean, I know a lot of guys that would flex their leverage positions. They were using 8x leverage or 10x leverage or 5x leverage And I know they got wiped out. I know they did. And some of them haven't posted for a while. And I just pray that their souls can make it through. But it's a hard lesson to learn, right? To not be overly confident and don't invest other people's money, right? Other people's money is leveraged money. That's the bank's money. That's the exchange's money. If you get liquidated on the exchange gets all your crypto. The exchange gets all your crypto if you get liquidated. That's just how it goes. So it's better just to not do it, right? PENGU, again, I'm not a meme guy. I don't like meme coins. 2 cents is a big level. I just don't care for that project. SMLR, this one actually looks good. Just needs that green dot on the monthly, but you're seeing a very strong support level get touched here at around 20. So again, we bounced, and we're coming in to test it again. That was up at $80 back in 2024. Target on that's up there at 70. I actually like this one too. I would just wait for that green monthly signal to confirm the breakout. UPXI, very choppy. Does have a green dot on the monthly, so if you like the company, yes, I would buy it with a target of 14. Never heard of that one before. Alts, ALTS. I've heard some things about this one. Something to do with crypto and healthcare. I mean, it's at the bottom of the fib right now, so anything close to $2, I think it's a good price for it if you're long on it. I think it was all the way up here at $10 back in June. So as long as $2 can hold, I think this one doesn't look too bad. I'll put that one on the favorites as well. DEFT, DEFT, still red on the monthly. Okay, $2 is going to be a big support level for that one. It looks like it's just hanging on there to 190. 190 is a good level for a stop loss. Use that green dot as your signal there. iRobot ripping today. Good request today. This thing's up 36%. That's got a lot of room to go back up there to 12. Robotics kind of seems like the trend right now. And they make a little bit of money, but $12 would be the target on that. I wouldn't chase this up 40%. Hopefully would have bought it back there in October. I just haven't been tracking this name. It did give you a green dot back here, though, at around $2.22. So if you got in on this monthly dot back in June, June was all the way back here. May, June. June was right here when that signal came at around $3. Okay, you're up 100% right now. Again, we got a lot of room to go. It's just a matter of, hey, do you believe in this company? That'd be my biggest concern with iRobot. I know they sell the vacuums. I don't really see anybody using those though, but their technology, maybe they can contribute to the robots that everyone's so fond of coming into the world. I don't know how I feel about the robots, guys. I don't like that movie, iRobot. It scares the crap out of me. DOUL, Duolingo. This one's trying to bottom there at 300. I would say watch 300 and then watch for that green dot there on the monthly. SMR. So that's green on the monthly, but it's in the red zone. So personally, we don't play those. We don't play the green dots on the monthly if it's in the red zone. We want the green dots on the monthly that are down here in the golden zones. Okay, this one I would sell on the next red dot there on the daily. CCJ, red zone, we're taking profits on a red dot there. NKLR, not enough data on the chart for me. SQQQ. So if you're short the market, if you think the market's going to go down, SQQQ is a good way to short the market. It's pretty much, it's the inverse ETF of QQQ. QQQ is the tech sector ETF, the largest tech sector ETF out there. And you can see back in April when markets were selling off, this thing was at a high of $60. Okay, if you look at QQQ in April, it was at the low. So if you think tech's going to go down, I think SQQQ is a really good bet right now. And I actually have a position on this as well. So again, it's just insurance to the downside. That's how I look at it. In case we are wrong on the bull market and we go into a bear market, SQQQ is a good play to be hedged to the downside with. SNX, this one's up in the red zone, so not interested. Use a stop loss at 590 if you want to play the continuation, but that was the sell point right there, October 1st at 165. Okay, as long as it holds 150, it looks okay with where this is, but I would just make sure 150 holds. We got KVEU. This is that Tylenol company. Trump made a Tylenol comment, and this thing got shorted out. I actually almost bought this one today, just because it pays a 5% dividend. And look at the stock. I mean, it just got absolutely annihilated. So honestly, we just need to wait for that green monthly. But if you want to take a stab at it here, it's down like I don't even know how much off the highs from 24. They pay a pretty good dividend of 5%. It's down 40%. Okay, after that Trump comment that I think he said that Tylenol causes autism or something like that, and then the stock just got absolutely annihilated. So I would say as long as it holds 1550, it looks okay. I'm gonna actually put that one on my watch list today. I was looking at buying that one today. I just didn't pull the trigger. I'm kind of just sitting on my hands right now, guys. I'm pretty neutral right now. I'm pretty neutral after Friday's sell-off. I want to be overly bullish right now because of all the panic and stuff, but I just want to be cautious here and not make any rash decisions, if you know what I mean. We got $70 for the level on 4. So shift payments. That thing just needs a green dot there on the monthly. INJ. That one is also red on the monthly. So again, we're using caution, right? Using caution. $8 is going to be a big level for this. It's going to be very interesting to see how we close the month. So I would probably, liquidate the position here on this red dot and wait for the green one to come back, because that looks like it's probably going to close. Either that or use a stop loss, right? When you get a red dot, that's when you could say, okay, I'm going to use a stop loss right here at 840. That was the low. If that breaks, right, I'm going to sell and then just wait for the green dot to come back to get back in. Okay, target on that would be up there at 20 though. And ugly rejection. But a lot can happen in 15 days, guys. A lot can happen in 15 days. You guys saw what happened in one day. A lot can happen in 15 days. We got Lululemon. Lulu needs the green dot on the monthly. Okay, we need that monthly green dot in order to be bullish. We got LCX given a red one here. So again, using caution. Where's the support? Right there at 9 cents. As long as 9 cents holds, we're fine. But if 9 cents breaks, we got to expect we're coming back down here probably to 3. RSR. I don't know what the heck this thing's doing. This thing is just all over the place. Again, like looking at the technicals of this stuff, it's like, dude, I've been doing this for 8 years, and it's like, what is this? It went all the way down to like 0.001, and then all the way up to. If you guys would have bought that dip, you're up 500% just off that little move. But again, that liquidated a lot of people, so now you could see people are getting more bullish. I would say as long as it holds 0.005, it looks good. But again, it's just really tough to tell. Looking for that green dot there on the monthly chart. That's actually a really bullish looking candle. That's a bull hammer. So 5 cents is a really big level for RSR. Axle. Again, dip down to 10 cents, right back up. Just hanging right here around 20 cents. 20 cents is going to be a big level for this one as well. It has the red. We're sitting at all-time lows right now. And looking for a bounce. Riz, same thing. Looking for the daily here. We're still at very, very strong support here. You can see we bounced here last time. Bounced back here. I just have my Riz staked on their website. And I'm just earning the APY. Again, this is a very new project. It just came out in February. So, again, it's only been around for 8 months. If you could think about buying Bitcoin back when it was only 8 months old, people were probably very skeptical about it. It's just a very low cap play. And again, they pay that 7% APY on their website. And I'm just taking advantage of that right now. You can see I have my whole position staked over here, earning 7.5%. You can see I've earned 7,000. I think I harvested this yesterday, so I'm earning about 10,000 Riz a day right now. So I'm very happy with that. I'm just happy with the APY until things get bullish and turn around again. Then I'll look to sell. But as of right now, just holding on to this one and collecting the APY. XLM. This one needs to hold on to 30 cents here. 30 cents is a very big level for XLM. Chirp, looking for a daily. Looking for a daily on Chirp. Here's Pinlink. Pinlink is green on the daily. This thing's got to be getting close to a bottom here. Okay, had that big move up a couple months ago. These guys also pay a really big APY on their website as well. So if you're sitting in it right now, just stake it and earn. But target on this is still 150. I still like Pinlink. I still really like Pinlink down here. We got Lyft. Lyft's up in the red zone. So again, we're selling up here. Okay, we should have sold right there at 22. Grab. Grab's also in the red zone. Looking to sell red dots. Snap. Snap's still hanging on here to around $8. It's still green on the monthly. So we're still long on Snapchat. It's just chopping around right now. It's very choppy. Okay. Target on that's up there between $12 and $13. I still really like Snapchat. JD's down here in the golden zone. This is a Chinese stock that hasn't really taken off, but it does have a green dot here on the monthly. So as long as that one can hold on to 30, it looks pretty good. I got a phone call here. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okie doke. So JD is actually a good looking stock still, above 30 bucks. I still like JD. This is one of the biggest Chinese stocks out there. It's a $50 billion market cap. It's just been going sideways for the last few months. Again, that's not a bad thing. We're just consolidating here. But I do like the green monthly on this one. I really like the green monthly. Above $30, I think JD looks good. I'm going to put that one on the favorites list for today. Here's Filecoin. Filecoin just needs the monthly. Need the monthly on Filecoin. WIF. Again, no data on this. Again, it's hard to tell which direction we're going to go today, or tomorrow. But you know, if you believe in the project, it's pretty close to all-time lows. This thing tapped 6 cents and bounced right back up above 11 cents. It looks interesting. Just looking for the dots. Okay, we need like a week to see what price action is going to do. If we're just going to go sideways, we're going to come back down here and test these lows, or if we're going to go up to the upside. It's like I said, I'm neutral, guys. I'm neutral on altcoins right now. I am neutral. I'm not bearish or bullish. Sitting on my hands, waiting to see what develops here. UPS, this thing's all-time lows. If you believe in UPS still, I would buy this one down here around 80. They lost their Amazon contract, so Amazon's pretty much taken over their business. I think Amazon eventually is probably just going to buy these guys out. Their stock's just been absolutely annihilated, just straight down for the last 2 years. So I know they're struggling. You can see they missed on their earnings. They beat on their revenue a little bit, but again, I think with Amazon launching their own trucks and things like that, I don't think UPS is going to have anyone to deliver for. So I just don't like the fundamentals, but the technicals, if you believe in it, I think $80 is a really good level. Here's GoodRx. This one's still hanging out around $4. There was an announcement that these guys were going to partner with Donald Trump's Trump RX thing. It popped up really big and then sold right off. Just looking for a green daily. Looking for the daily. I think my average cost on this is like $4. J Blue. This one looks good above 450. Target on that would be up there at 8. It is green on the monthly, so we are actively looking for those green dots. You got one yesterday, so I like this one as long as it holds 450. That actually looks pretty good. We got HD, Home Depot. That one's still green on the monthly, and it's trying to bounce down here. You can see we got the green dot there, right there at 375, and it had a really nice move up. So as long as we can hold on to like 377, Home Depot looks good here. I like Home Depot at these levels. J Blue we just covered. AAL, airlines, looking like they're going to go up. So airlines are something to pay attention to. ALK, got the MACD cross here. This actually looks really good. ALK actually looks really, really good. It's got a red monthly, but again, just because it's red in October doesn't mean it's going to close red. So I would use a stop loss on ALK at 45. American Airlines looks interesting too. Again, it looks like it's curling and getting ready to go back up. So both of those airline stocks look very interesting. RH needs the green monthly. Trex needs the green monthly. Velo, I don't know. Looks like a rug. Looks like a rug pull. High. Do you still use a stop loss on snap calls? No. No, I actually sold half of my snap position last week. So I just reduced my position instead of using a stop loss. I was up 130% or something on the call contract. So I just decided to take my initial investment out and let the rest ride. High Street, again, all-time low. So if you believe in the company, you're buying it at the cheapest price ever. Beam, same thing. Very big low here. Does this one have a different ticker? Yeah, so that one's green on the monthly. This one actually looks okay. Is this the right bean? I think that's a different one. So again, it's right where they're opened up in October, a 2-year low we're hitting right now. So if you believe in it, obviously probably a good time to buy. Not a good time to buy up here, good time to buy down here. Allo, it's like a pretty new project here. Yeah, these charts are so hard to read right now, guys. I've been doing this for 8 years, and even I'm confuzzled. Right, we're just sitting down here. I don't know, too new. I can't see anything on my indicator. Unless it's on a different exchange here. No, it's not. So if you like it, again, invest into it for fundamental reasons. Algo, red on the monthly, so we need that green dot to come back there on the monthly chart. That thing tapped around 15 cents on Friday, and now we're just chopping around. It's got a red dot on the daily. So again, the red dots are coming. They are something to use caution on to either reduce your position or sell it and wait for the green dot to come back. That's how you can play algo right now. You can always get back in on the next green dot. You can always re-enter. DAG needs a green monthly. CRO is red on the monthly. As long as this 14 cent level can hold, I think it looks good. I think it looks good as long as it holds on to 14 cents. So I would set a stop loss on that one at 14. CHZ, same thing here. Stop loss right here at 0.003. Dots red on the monthly. So again, you got to use caution here. 0.003 is the stop. We got Novax. Novax is green here on the daily. Target is still 14 on that. Again, that one's been going sideways for some time. It's got the green monthly dot still. I think Novax looks good here. I like Novax. I had a position on this. I ended up selling it around 9.50, I believe. It sold off to 8. Now it's starting to reverse and go back to the upside. I think Novax will break out. Here's AVAX. Still green. I would make sure AVAX holds 20. $20 big support for AVAX. Ada Cardano also red here on the daily. So again, using caution here with a stop loss probably right there at 60. Red on the monthly. So what a turn of events, man. What a difference one day can make in the markets. You see AVAX is still green here. But $19 is a very big level. I would definitely use a stop loss at 19 for AVAX and use a stop loss at 60 for ADA in case we do decide to correct here. CODI, CODI, is green on the monthly. So if you want to play it, I would buy that one here at 8. And the target would be up here at 20 to 24. Bros, Dutch Bros, looks pretty good. Trying to reverse here. But it is red on the monthly. So again, we want the green monthly dot in order to take a position. If you're playing based on the daily, you're just going to want this one to hold on to, I would say that low right there, probably 49. 49 is a big level for that. Pepsi, grinding up. You had a nice position to be taken right there around 140. It's green on the monthly, so we're bullish on Pepsi here. Target's 170. REGN, that one's got a green daily, and I believe this one also has the monthly as well. So you got a monthly green dot and a daily green dot. For our strategy, this one looks good. A lot of healthcare stocks are looking good if you guys are taking on our approach. A lot of the names, you guys have been requesting it up here in the red zone. That is not part of our strategy. When you're in the red zone, it's a great time to day trade. But when you're down, when you're up there, it's not time to go 1 to 6 months out, right? We want to buy at the lows when no one's talking about it. We want to sell when it blasts off. So target on this is up here at 1,000. I actually really like REGN there. COTY, COTY. That one looks good too. Got the green dot there on the monthly. And target's up there at $9. Form. Form's getting pretty close to the red zone. I would avoid and look to sell that one on a red dot. INSP. Looking for the monthly. Rare. All-time lows. I wouldn't touch it. What do we got? Laser. What's up, Assad? Yeah, if you like the fundamentals, Thom, of Velo, then I would buy it. It's just technically the chart is like at the low right now. Like it's at the frickin' at the bottom. So up above, I would say 3 cents. It looks good. If you believe in the fundamentals, like if you think they're a good, legit project, then I would definitely buy it down there. but I just don't know too much about it. Laser, this thing's ripping. Again, it's up for 7 months in a row. So we don't like to buy stuff up 7 months in a row. Okay, I'd look to sell this one on a red dot there on the daily. ENPH, this one's interesting. I had a really bad experience with a solar company, so I don't necessarily believe in the solar stuff, but this is one of the biggest solar companies out there. ENPH, the technicals look good. They're green on the monthly, green on the daily, and target would be up there between 100 and 120. MAN, Manpower, looks good. Green dot on the monthly. If you believe in the company, I would buy that one here at 38. What do we got? XYZ, also green on the monthly and sitting in the middle golden zone. So I would just make sure this one holds 70. As long as it can hold 70, I think it looks good. We got DEC. DEC is down there at the bottom. Needs the green monthly. Team needs the green monthly. I like how oversold it's getting here. Just needs that green monthly confirmation here. Okay. 140 is going to be a really big level for team there. But no green dot yet. We're not interested. SEZL still kind of hanging out right here between 70 and 80 bucks. Very, very, I believe they're a new company. Not a whole lot of revenue yet, but they're that buy now, pay later company. So they're kind of like A-Firm. A-Firm is an interesting company. It's had a massive move this year. It went from 34 all the way up here to 91. That was a 200% move. We called A-Firm back here in August of 2024 at 32 bucks. Like I said, it went all the way up to 100. So it's a very trendy sector. And this is a newer project in it. So I'll be watching the daily. We don't got any data yet on the monthly. So, or look for a weekly. If that thing comes down to 60, I think you scoop it up. I'd look for a weekly dot, weekly signal. The last one came right here is in April at 40. It went all the way up to 180. Okay, if you can't see the data on the monthly on your indicator, use the weekly chart. Okay, it's just as effective. Cow, all these coins just hit all-time lows. It's crazy. Crazy. GDS. Looking for the green daily. VNet. Looking for the green daily. That looks like it'll come. Target on that's up there at 14. Jasmy down here at a penny. Just needs the monthly. Ondo. No data on Ondo yet. Just needs the weekly. Ondo is one I want to dip buy on. So with the amount of cash I'm sitting on, like I wouldn't be mad if we sold off back down here to like 60. I wouldn't be mad one bit. But this is definitely one I want to look to add to. It'll just be interesting to see what happens. So I would wait for the weekly dot on Ondo to make a move. If it comes down to 60 cents, that seems to be the support we hit back here in 2024 and also right here in 2025. Just, again, using caution, guys. Using caution right now. Lots of uncertainty. Normally that's a good time to actually be taking trades, starting positions, right? So Ondo right now, again, just need to hold that green dot. It needs to hold this support level right there at like 69 cents. It's down 5% today. DJT, again, same thing. Not doing anything. It's stuck between 18 and 16. It hasn't moved in months. But what I like about DJT's chart, as I've told you guys over the last couple of months, is how deep this wave is on the monthly. Okay, the stochastics on the floor. Okay, if you look at Bitcoin, same kind of thing here. Okay, when this wave is way down here, this is typically when we're looking for entries, right? Because if you would have bought Bitcoin back here at 18,000, you're up a massive amount. You made a 10x trade over the last 2 years. So if you look at DJT's chart, again, it's all about logic and data and discipline for us, okay? The data, the logic says, hey, this is a good time to look to start a position here on DJT at 16. So looks very interesting. It just needs the green monthly. Ondo did have a golden dot. Yep. Ondo did have a golden dot back in, what was it? Back here in June at 80 cents. It's at 75. So it's down a little bit. It went from 80 up to $1.20. So you could see it went from 80 to $1.20. That was about a 55% move. Okay, from 80 to 20. And now it's sold off. So it's sitting at the same price it got the golden dot on back here in June. That was what? June, July, August, September, 5 months ago. It has not made it back to the red zone. X swap. Getting raked. Whew. Looking for the daily on that one. I don't know how there's any sellers left, guys. I don't know how there's anybody left to sell. Oh, man. TRWA. Just needs a daily. Arrow, same thing. Red dot here, so use caution. Use a stop loss. I set a stop loss today on Arrow at around 70. I believe I put it at 74. So if it breaks 74, I'm out of the Arrow trade. Luckily, I sold some up here off these red dots. Okay, some right here at around 140. And now it's sold all the way off here to 80. Our entry on this was back here at 60 cents. So we're still up on the position, just not as much as we were. We just got to use caution here. Stop loss around 75 cents. Yeah, DJT's spacing. It's just very quiet on DJT, right? No one's having a party about DJT. And that's fine. We actually like that. Okay, we like when it's quiet and nothing's really going on. That's when we like to take our positions. Slowly but surely. Polka dot down here at $3. Just getting raked, dude. Red dot there on the monthly. Crazy. 285 is current support. So looking for a daily green dot on that one. ORDI. ORDI. Gonna hit all-time lows, but it's at the point where it opened up here at $5. This thing was all the way up at $90. Okay, if that thing goes back to all-time highs, you're talking about a 1,800% move. What is ORDI, by the way? Is it on Coinbase? No. I don't normally trade stuff that's not on Coinbase, but if you believe in this project, $5 looks like a very good level. You're buying it at the 2023 lows, the 2-year low right now. NMR. Up in the red zone. Look at the sell on a red dot. Fluid. No data. CE. CE looks good. Green on the monthly. As long as this thing can hold on to like 36, that low right there from April, that was the April low, it looks good. It's just been basing right there. You got 2 golden dots back here at the same level. So I like it. Target would be 120 to 140 on that one. That one actually looks pretty decent. I'm going to put that one on the watch list. By the way, guys, there will be no live stream on Friday. I will be traveling with my wife. So this is the only live stream this week. Normally we are live Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays we take chart requests. Fridays we cover our watch list. But on the weekends sometimes I travel and I'm not able to go live. So I just wanted to let everyone know that Friday I will not be live here on YouTube. There will be no video. But I will still be active over here in the Discord. If you guys got questions, we have a support chat right here. Like this guy has a question. Send an email. Overkill at overkillinvesting.club. FDS just needs the green monthly. It's at a very interesting spot. Just needs the monthly dot. Fact set. How much money they make? They make a decent amount. I like the sell-off. Just needs the green monthly. What happened Monday? What do you mean? ZBCN. Green dot here on the daily. Again, I think this was a total hype play for ZBCN. It does look pretty interesting here. If you're going to play it, make sure it holds 0.0038. That's going to be this low right here from yesterday. I would just watch that level. Zora? No data. I can't see anything. Too new of a coin. I'd probably take profits on that one here. AI's got a green dot here on the daily. It needs the monthly. Needs the monthly. Target on that's up there at 40. It looks pretty decent. It just needs to hold these lows back here. See, you've got the golden dot right here around 16. It's at 19 now. Up above 15, I think AI looks good. They're just not making a whole lot of money yet. I don't like to buy companies that are making at least $1 billion of revenue a quarter. I don't go live on Friday or Mondays anymore. I haven't gone live on Monday for a while, actually. Actually, I take that back. I did a couple weeks ago. But Wednesdays and Fridays are the set times. Mondays are kind of just like if I got time to go. I'm pretty busy on Mondays, so Wednesdays and Fridays are the live streams. QAI, as long as it holds 0.036, it looks good. TYNA, green on the monthly, target's up there at 350. Again, you guys request a lot of penny stocks. We don't do penny stocks here. Okay, they're just like leverage trading. They're very risky. We want to buy good quality projects. Companies like Okta. This one's red on the monthly here, but it's holding on to these support levels right down here at 87. As long as 87 holds, it looks good. I'm just looking for a daily dot there on Okta. TAI, again, another project here that was up huge. This was up at 50 cents back in December, and it's all the way down here at 4 cents. So again, the majority of people are buying up here between 40 and 50 cents. Now that it's down here at 4 cents, nobody's talking about it. I actually really like TARS here. I really like TARS AI at these levels. As long as it can hold that level right there, it looks good. I would look for the weekly here. Looking for that weekly dot. That's a pretty interesting low cap play on the Solana ecosystem there. SLB. Still green on the monthly. This one just needs to hold on to $30. $30 is going to be a big level for SLB. They actually had a green dot here on the daily. I actually might start a position on this right now. Hold on a sec. Again, green dot on the monthly. Green dot on the daily. Okay, with clear support right here. Up at 30. I think I am going to start a position on this. I just need some oil and gas plays. I think the play is going to be value here over the next couple of weeks. So I'm actually going to start a position on this right now. And I'm going to just set a simple stop loss at like 30 bucks. If it breaks 30, the trade is off. So it's a pretty small risk to reward play, but I like it. I like it here. It has everything we need. It has a green dot on the monthly and a green dot here. Like I said, we just use a stop loss to manage our risk. Stop loss is going to be at the bottom of this candle over here from April. Okay, you can even move it up here to 32 or 31. Put it right there. Yeah, call it 31. So I'm executing a trade on this right now. You guys can't see my screen, but I'm going to actually put this over here. SLB, boom, and I just bought those. So I now have 1,000 shares of SLB, and I'm going to put a stop loss order in right here at 30. I'm going to call it $31. Okay, if it breaks 31, I'm out of the trade. Okay, pretty simple, easy, effective trade here. If it plays out, again, we got the signals that we needed. We got the daily, and we also got the monthly. Now, is this strategy 100%? No, but that's why we use the stop losses to limit our risk to the downside. Okay, if you guys want to figure out where to use the stop loss, what I like to do is just use the previous low of where we got the green dot on the daily. So if that daily dot came today, I'm using these lows right here at around 31. Okay, 30. It says 31.50, but 31 is the level I'm watching. Okay. So oil and gas normally performs good in bear markets, kind of like oil and gas, or I'm sorry, like gold and silver. Oil is another asset that people flock to in bear markets. So again, some of these oil and gas companies have been really beaten up, but as long as they're green on the monthly, we don't care. Okay, we're long and strong. I like SLB. ON. Okay, and they're an oil and gas company, so they engage in provision of energy technology. It operates through the following segments: digital integration, reservoir performance, well construction, and production systems. They have 110,000 employees, and it is rated a buy over here by analysts. So you can see right here on the screen, 91%, it's a buy. Okay, so I like that one. ON looks good here too. This is a semiconductor. It's still green on the monthly. So again, we're looking for those daily dots. You got one the other day. So it looks really good as long as it holds on to 45. 45 is a good stop for that. Assad took a call spread on that today. Nice. SLB could hit 32. What's it at? Isn't it at 32? We'll be sitting at 32. 32.50. So as long as it holds on to 31, I like it. Now, I just took that trade live. I actually got to tell you guys over here in the Discord. I call out all my trades over here, guys, in the Discord. I just bought this here. So let me just bought SLB on the live stream at 32.65. Has the daily dot today, and it also has the monthly alert showing. Okay. I call all my trades out over there for Overkill Trades. If you guys, want to follow along with my trades and see, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. Again, I'm just here to share information. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to share my thoughts and what I'm seeing on the charts. It's up to you guys to make your own decisions, your own investment decisions, and, obviously do with your money what you think you should do. Again, by no means am I a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube that talks about charts and economics. We're all here to share information with each other as a community. Because again, I'm only two eyes. Okay, we have over 20,000 people in the Discord, so we have 20,000 sets of eyes watching the market. Whereas if it was just us investing by ourselves, we'd be investing alone. So having that community when you're investing is beneficial. Okay, very beneficial in my opinion, because it helps us all stay on track and disciplined, and make sure we're all on the same course, right? All on the same plan, and making wise decisions and not getting off course. So luckily we have indicators that tell us when things are expensive, and obviously when things could potentially reverse to the upside. TWST, that one needs the monthly. Looks like it's coming here pretty soon, though. IBRX looks good. This actually looks like a penny stock I would maybe consider. It's got the monthly showing up here this month. What do their financials look like? 26 million. It's not bad, but target would be up there at 6. I like that one. This is actually a pretty good request. KSCP, I don't know. That looks like a rug pull too. Track, green dot there on the monthly. It's up there in the red zone though, so we'd be taking profits on that one. KAS, you want this one to hold on to like 5 cents. Pyth, golly, dude, that thing went down to 5 cents. Target's 30 now, so just wait for the green dot now on Pyth. As long as 10 cents holds, it looks good. But if 10 cents breaks, we're probably going to come back down to 5 cents and test that level. RKT, I took a position on this. This is Rocket Mortgage on Friday. I took a position at around 16.30. I'm up a little bit right now. Again, just monitoring the dots. If I get a red dot, I got to make a decision. But up above 16, I think this one looks really good. Rocket Mortgage. Okay, green on the monthly. We had a pullback this month. Now we're looking for a bounce to go higher. And as long as 16 holds, it looks good. Did Rig dip to 299? I've actually been watching that one too. No, it's up at 230. I almost bought that one at 318 today, but I decided not to. This is an oil drilling company as well, but it's only a $3 stock as of right now. Which I literally almost bought this one today, dude. So I do like this one. I don't know who was calling that out. Haven't covered ICP yet. Yeah, average down on near if it goes to 1 for sure. You'd be down 50% on that, but it needs to break down below 2. If it breaks down below 2, it's definitely heading down to $1. But you would just average down on the next monthly dot if that happened. So you're holding, right, or getting stopped out at 2 and then re-entering on the green. So again, it's okay to sell on a red. You just want to make sure to get back in on a green dot. Okay, so that's how I'm playing near. I'm still in near. I still like that a lot. Haven't covered ICP. I'll do it for you, though. ICP down here at $3. I don't know. This thing just hasn't stopped going down since it came out. So looking for the green monthly still on ICP. All these altcoins are like at literally, I mean, this is 2023 lows before we bounce. So 2-year lows you're buying a lot of these projects at right now. So again, if something is at a 2-year low, where are we? In the grand scheme of things, where are we? right? Most likely down here. Most likely. I got stopped out of Owl, and it went right back up. I think I sold it literally like at 15. I sold right here on this red dot. And again, it got a red dot, and it got a green one. So again, you can re-enter. I still like it. I still think it looks good. It just doesn't have that green monthly yet. So as long as it can hold on to 16, I still do like that. And they play a pretty good. They pay a pretty good dividend. Rig is another name I really wanted to enter on today. I just didn't pull the trigger. I've been having some family issues over the last week that I haven't really been in a good state of mind over the last couple of days about. So normally when I'm like in a bad emotional state, you know, because of things that just happen in life, like we're all not immune to it, right? We're all receptive to it. I don't like to trade as much. So, yeah, today was not a good day for me. I'll be honest with you guys. I've had a pretty rough couple days, just with life things. Nothing to do with the markets or anything. I'm pretty excited about how we played things over the last couple weeks. But you know, just some life stuff I'm dealing with right now that you know, just kind of affects me. And if your emotions are off, you shouldn't be trading. You should just not trade. Okay, if you're in a bad mental state right now, it's best to just walk away and take a break, take a week or 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month off, and come back. I mean, that's it. I got another phone call. Give me 1 sec. All right. I got some family coming over to watch the Mariner game today. Mariners 2-0 up on the, who are they up on? The Blue Jays. Shout out to the Mariner fans. AEO, green dot here on the monthly. That one looks good above 14. Target would be up there between 20 and 22, but you want to make sure it holds $14. CeeLo, green dot on the monthly. It's still actually holding this green dot. Don't know anything about it, but I mean, if you're long on it, if you believe in it, now's a great time to look at add to your position. Here's Sushi. Needs the green monthly. THL, no data on the monthly. Monster, MSTR strategy. Look at this thing starting to crack down here. That got the red dot. You guys see that right there at 400? It's got a MACD crossover here as well. God, I told you guys I'm neutral on the market right now, but there's some things that are jumping out at me where I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know? I mean, look how far strategy is up from January, right? From 2023 at $20, right? I mean, that thing went up 2,500% in the last 2 years. If you guys entered on that, you made a 25x on your position, right? But now what do we got? We got red dots. Again, we called this out right here at 400. So there's just some things that I'm seeing, man, that are concerning, right? They're definitely things to be aware of, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. But this looks bearish to me. This is bearish. You got a bearish MACD crossover there as well. So again, with our strategy, we're not buying assets unless they have a green dot on the monthly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the prayers, man. Yeah, I'm praying for you guys too, man. I pray for the Spartan Army all the time. All you guys, hope you're doing well. And, you know, all this stuff isn't the most important thing, right? This is just a hobby. And a way that we can build generational wealth over time, okay, by making smart decisions and understanding that we are investing here and we are not making rash emotional decisions based on what's going on, right? We're just making logical decisions based on technical indicators and past data. LDD method, folks. Logic, data, discipline. Okay, that's what we're about here. BMNR, I just don't know about this, man. It's an Ethereum treasury company. So if Ethereum goes down, I'm going to guess this thing's going to go down. So you just really want to see this thing, I would say hold on to that low right there at 47. I think this is more of a day trader stock than anything, to be honest with you. KCH, Kraft Heinz, red on the monthly. I ended up selling this one because of that news. Somebody pointed out, I think we bought it at 30 and we sold it like the day after because they're splitting into two companies. So Kraft Heinz, they make like ketchup and stuff. They still have good revenue. They have a good dividend. I mean, this thing's been beaten up. I just didn't like the news that they were splitting up their company. So it's red on the monthly right now, so I just don't like the trade right now. I just do not like that one. Atom, red on the monthly. RNDR needs a green monthly. Dash, red on the monthly. Mantle, E-Rose, just ripping here. Okay, I would take profits on that one. I would take my money and run. Look how much that one is up. Look at that. That thing's a straight up into the right. Right, as a trader, another thing I want you guys to pay attention. Look at this. Okay. See how far we are off the 6-month average? Okay, we talk about this a lot. Okay, this is prime time sell territory. So this blue line on our indicator, and again, if you guys do not have these indicators, you guys can download all of them over here inside the Discord under the Trading Indicator tab. Just click this link, and everything is going to load right up. Okay, this is a 180-day moving average. So it's like a 6-month moving average, right? So we look at that on our cheat sheet as the mean, right? It's the average. If we're 1 to 6 months out, we should want to know where the 6-month moving average is. So that dotted line down here on the chart means we're getting it at a fair price. If we're way up off of the 6-month average, that means we're trading at a premium. And right now, we are 60% off of that line. So that is an absolute sell. Once you get to 50 to 60%, that's when you just need to unload. Like that is when you just need to hit the sell button and take your profits and wait for a retracement. Wait for it to come back down into the mean to rebuy. We want to buy as close to that blue line as possible. Okay, and we don't want to buy way up off of it because, again, buying at a 60% premium is like buying your groceries at a 60% premium. It's like going to the grocery store today on Wednesday because there's a sign outside that says, hey, groceries are 60% more expensive on Wednesday, so come on in, right? Doesn't make sense for that, and it doesn't make sense with our investments either. So, again, that 6-month moving average is something we very much so pay attention to in regards to right where we're at from a psychological standpoint, from a logical standpoint, right? Doesn't make sense to buy stuff 60% off of the average. As a trader, as someone who's trying to get in at a fair price, you're not getting a fair price when you're 60% above the average. So I think there's going to be some profit taken on this one up above, up around 20. Nike, I'm just not a fan of Nike. I'll be honest with you guys. I just don't like them. They're too political. And I would watch 65. I don't think they're selling $60 t-shirts anymore. I think people have kind of come to their senses on that. AMP needs a green monthly. Sonic's just getting wrecked here. Just getting wrecked. You can watch the daily or watch the weekly. Because again, we don't have data on the monthly. But I think these were the lows here, folks. I just think it's likely that we could go back down and retest that level. I mean, this thing's it's at all-time lows. So if you believe in the project, you're buying it at all-time lows, which would tell you you're getting it at a discounted price. Again, you just want to make sure you're buying good quality projects that you believe in, that you know that their tech is going to be around for a long time. Scale, SKL. Oh, these guys are on Coinbase too. What do these guys do? So if you guys are a member of the Discord, you also have access to the research tool over here. So if you don't know what a coin is or anything like that, you can type in /info and then the ticker. So this one's SKL. It's scale. So you just hit enter. Secure, zero gas fees. smart contracts. So it's a $123 million market cap. It enables developers to deploy their own configurations of EVM blockchain in minutes without sacrificing speed, security, or decentralization. Seems like an interesting project. I mean, if you like it, again, you're getting it down here at support. So if you believe in it, I think it's a great time to be looking to buy. It does have a red monthly, so that is something to be concerned about. But again, we could reverse here and go straight back up, and all these red dots we're seeing today could fade away here by the end of October. So it's a we're at very, very crucial support levels right now, guys. There's no arguing with that. But I'm going to actually put that one on the favorites list for today. Looks like an interesting low cap play here. Oops. I bought back on target today, by the way, guys. I got back in around 90. ONR2. Green monthly. So we would be taking a position here with a target of 19. OKL or OLK. OTLK. Green on the monthly. This just looks awful. Penny stock, therapeutic company. You want to own it, feel free. I don't mess with the penny stocks, and I don't recommend you guys do it either. Buy good quality companies, good quality projects that you would hold for 5 to 10 years if you had to. TZUP needs the green monthly. GNCR up in the red zone. We're taking profits on a red dot. GRR needs the green monthly. QMC, that one's got a green monthly. And it's down there in the golden zone. So this is a place where we would look to take a position on this. Okay, green monthly dot. That looks good. LEN. What was that last one, actually? QMCO. This was actually pretty good looking stock here. Don't know much about it. It's another one we could look up, right, and do some research on. LEN. You bought rig at 320. Dude, I had my finger on the trigger to buy rig today. I think I might just play rig, just for fun. I just think it looks... I mean, this freaking stock was at like $160 back here in 2008. It's at $3 now. That's just ridiculous. Okay, but everything's adding up on that one. I'm going to see where that opens up tomorrow. I do like it a lot, as long as it can hold on to $3. $3 looks like a very strong support for the stock. So definitely an interesting one. This was one of your guys' requests last week, and I actually made it into my watch list. So I've been keeping an eye on it. LEN, that one's green on the monthly, green on the daily. Is it green on the monthly? Yeah, it is. Yeah, this looks good too. LEN, Lennar Corporation. They are an $8 billion company. This looks good too. Probably a healthcare company, I'm guessing. I like it. I like it with a stop loss at 115. I'm going to add that one to the favorites. That looks good. PTRN. Not enough data for me to tell you anything. I'm sorry. APLD up in the red zone, taking profits. USAR taking profits. Anything in the red zone, guys. I'm not. I mean, it's profit taking time. That's just how our strategy works. Again. A profit-taking strategy is just as important as a buying strategy. So, Powell got the green dot right there at 33. What is this stock? Power Integrations. POWI. Again, to look these up, you just type in /info POWI over here in the Discord if you guys don't know what a stock or a crypto is or what they do, and you can look it up. It tells you what they are. They're a leading technology company that specializes in the design and manufacturing of semiconductor products. They're a $2.7 billion company. They have 865 employees, and they're based in Canada. I'm sorry, California. Leonard Holmes is a home builder? Good to know. Yep, the dots can fade at any time. They're not confirmed until the dot prints, right? So all these red dots we're seeing can very much well go away. All the price needs to do is go back up. So a dot is never confirmed until it actually prints. Okay, that dot is confirmed. It can never be taken away from the chart. Here's Procter & Gamble. This one's getting hit really hard too. Just needs the monthly. AVNT also needs a monthly dot here. CMG. This one looks good. That one's trying to reverse there off of 38. This actually looks pretty good. I actually like CMG a lot here. It needs that monthly dot. And you can put a stop loss right there at 38 if needed. Target on this would be up here between 60 and 64. Their earnings look good. I mean, they're missing on revenue a little bit every quarter, but I love me some Chipotle, man. I love me some Chipotle. Up above 38, I actually really like CMG here. Kava needs a green monthly. Apple, this one's going to be up in sell territory. Yeah, we're sellers. We should have been selling back here at 250. That was profit-taking time. CMG, also in the red zone. If you want to play the continuation, just use a stop loss at 50. But, again, up in the red zone, we're not looking to take positions. We were buying SMCI down here at 40. Okay, if it breaks out and keeps going, great. Then use the monthly strategy. Okay, it does have a monthly green dot, so if this keeps going, right, when that gets back up to the white dotted line is when you want to sell. This chart actually looks really good. About 50 on the monthly. As long as it holds 50, it looks really good. BMY, I took a position on this, I believe it was yesterday. It does not have the green monthly yet, but it does have a golden dot right here. Okay, we got that at 43. It came right back down to the price it got the golden dot on, so if we can bounce tomorrow, target on this is 60 to 62 there on Bristol Myers. That is another healthcare company. And again, I'm very bullish on healthcare in the coming 1 to 6 months because the charts have just been absolutely wrecked. Open Door, you got a sell signal right here back in September at $10. It's now down 30% from that level. If Open Door comes back to $4, I'll buy it. But right now it just looks too expensive. What do we got? Prime. This thing is just getting wrecked too. All-time lows for Prime. Okay, just needs the green monthly. HUM. HUM doesn't look bad. It needs a green daily. I actually like this one too. Just needs the daily green dot. Nice little reversal today. Has a monthly green dot. So what are we looking for? After we get the monthly green dot, we are then looking for pullbacks on the daily. What do we see here? We see a pullback, and all we need is a green dot now to have that direction confirmed. But another big healthcare name there for you. BBWI, Bath and Body Works, needs the green monthly. OGN, green monthly, just needs the green daily now. Target is 18. Riot, up there in the red zone, we're taking profits. Soxel, up there in the red zone, if you want to play the continuation, use a stop loss at 35. MTPI, or MPTI, green on the monthly, looks good. Target would be up there at 68. That one actually looks pretty good too. That will go on the favorites as well. I'll share this favorites list with you guys here after the stream. Got a few more names, and I will have some time to take some requests here from the chat. So if you guys want to stick around and request your names, if you guys weren't able to get your requests into the Discord, I'm happy to take a few here once we get through our member chart requests. Again, every Monday I open up this chart request thread for you guys, and every Wednesday we cover all of the names. So these are all from over here inside the Discord today. And again, I will not be live on Friday, guys. I'm traveling, so I will not be in my office. We will be pick up next Wednesday. I'll still drop the watch list for you guys in the Discord, though. Okay, you guys can access our watch lists. These are the top crypto and stocks that we're watching for the following week. That normally drops every single Friday. So Wednesday and Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific time is when we're live. Brett needs a daily. Intel, I would definitely use a stop loss on this one at 35. We bought this one down here at 19. This was one of my biggest trades of the year. I think I made around $40,000 on this trade. All I did was buy it down there and sell it right here. Okay, and I was playing the options. I was playing the call options down here. Got the clear signal right there. Boom, 19, all the way up to 31 with options. That is massive volatility. We got in before the NVIDIA deal was announced. So now it's up in the red zone. So the risk to reward just isn't there for us. Hood, same thing. Up in the red zone, taking profits. INTR, again, up in the red zone, we're taking profits. WLD, oof. WLD is looking very ugly as well. As long as they hold on to 84, though, it looks fine. I would just like to see it break back up above about $1 here in the next couple days. If we can reverse tomorrow and get back over some of these resistance levels, I think everything's going to be fine. But how the rest of this week plays out is going to be very interesting to see. I'm actually kind of excited for it. And I have cash sitting on the sideline just in case we do get another big dip down, and we'll be ready to add again. ENVO, that one's green on the monthly, so we should be going 1 to 6 months out with a target of 44 to 50 on this one. One looks interesting. Serve, another robotics company. See these green dots, we're getting called out here in the golden zone around 9. You're already up 100% if you guys waited from August, so about 2 months. Target on that's 20 to 22. Okay, 20 to 22. Another robotics company there. Wouldn't be buying that one. I'd be looking to take profits on a red dot. TAO. Nice move up on this one, but look how close we are. Actually, this one doesn't have a red zone. So got a 4-hour red zone alert there. I would use a stop loss on this one at $400. $400 is a big level for TAO. And you can see it is in the red zone. So I would probably take some off TAO right now. Or use a stop loss at that $400 level. Make sure it holds 400. Here's SUI, also red here on the daily. So again, using caution. If you're going to use caution, use a stop loss at 250. 250 on the stop loss. Again, everything's pointing down there on the monthly. So if it breaks 250, SUI is going to be in trouble. And again, where was everybody excited about SUI, guys? Where was everyone excited about SUI earlier last year? Up here at $5. Okay? Now, people are getting flushed out because everyone was buying up here at 5. So, once again, red dot, use caution. The red dot either means sell, either reduce your position, or set a stop loss. Okay, it's spelled out for you guys over here. Okay, daily dot, sell or reduce position by 25 to 100% if it's in the red zone. So if you guys missed the red zone, right, that was back here in January. Okay, nice little spot to buy right here. We got pretty close, sold back off, but now we're in the golden zone. So we just really need SUI to hold on to 250. I would definitely use a stop loss at 250. If it breaks 250, I would sell and wait. Sell and wait for a what? What will we be waiting for? That's right, a monthly green dot. That's what we'd be waiting for on SUI. Okay. It tapped $2, bounced right back up. It could very well come back down here to 2 and test that level. So we're watching closely. Gala. Gala also needs the green monthly. So a lot of these names showed up, but obviously that liquidation on Friday took all those green dots that we were seeing over the last couple months out. Doesn't mean we're wrong on the trade, right? Because if the dot just came in October, you should be willing to wait 1 to 6 months. So you should be, if you bought in October, you should be willing to wait October, November, December, January, February, March, April. I'm sorry, March. That would be 6 months out if you guys bought in October. Okay? I know it's hard to understand, especially in volatile times like this, but if you have the conviction that the stock or the crypto is going up, nothing should change, right, in the short term. Now, if you want to get out and wait to see what happens, wait till things settle down a little bit to get back in, that's fine, right? We're just trading the signals here. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. ISRG needs the green monthly. Another healthcare stock. OPAD, OfferPad, this is like an open door. I like this one better than open door here. It's got the green daily. As long as it can hold on to that low right there at 275, I think it looks good. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. We're almost through these requests here. After I get through these, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then I'll take some chart requests from the live chat, guys. Oscar, red zone, taking profits. LUMN, this one looks pretty decent. Green on the monthly. It's got a lot of room to go up there to 30. That one looks okay. Got a green dot here today. You just want to make sure it holds on to, I would say, $6. $6 is a big level for LUMN. AERC, red dot in the red zone. Again, when a chart looks like this, when you get that separation like that off of that average there, take your profits, guys. I'd sell that at 5. Same thing. Selling there. QTUB, selling that. ARQ, selling that. OWL, we talked about this a little bit. I like it as long as it holds on to 15. Up above 15 looks good. It got the MACD cross. This actually looks good. I'm bummed that I got stopped out on this. This stock looks good, and they actually pay a pretty good dividend. So that's going to be on my favorites list for today. ASTS just doing the Ripski here. Again, not touching that one. Once again, pay attention to the separation off of the average. See how it came into the average right here? This was your time to buy. ASTS was right here. Green dot right there in September. At 38, you're up 200%. September, October, November. October, 2 months, you're up 200% on that. So, again, pay attention to the average. If you're not getting it at or around the average, don't touch it, especially if it's that far off the average. I would sell that one here up near 100. We covered BLDR. This is another home builder company. Green dot today. Another one I got stopped out on the red dot. I could choose to enter this one again, but I'm not going to do it here. I think I'd rather play nail right now. MSTY, this thing looks like a... Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh. So sad, man. So sad to see some of these stocks and cryptos that get pumped and then they're just turn out to be big rug pulls. Yeah. That's tough. I wouldn't touch it. Would not touch it. I would touch nothing to do with MSTR right now, including Bitcoin. Including Bitcoin. Look at MSTR. It's breaking down, dude. Look at the MACD cross on. Look at that. That's ugly, dude. That's ugly. Once again, this thing's up 25x in 2 years. Okay, people take profits when they're up 25x. Okay, if you got in on that signal right there, you were buying MSTR at 24. So it went all the way up to 560. So everything's pointing down on MSTR right now. I wouldn't touch it. NUE looks good as long as it holds on to 130. NXL looks good as long as it holds on to $1. Another penny stock. CPB, I have a position on this. I actually got in before the golden dot, but I'm in right around 30 on this one. This is Campbell's Soup. Again, very boring stock, but boring stocks normally perform the best in bear markets, and they pay a 5% dividend as well. So, again, pretty much the low of 2011. So you're talking about a 14-year low. It's at the lowest price it's been in 14 years. And $30 is a really big support level for it. So I still really like it. And I got the golden dot and the monthly dot. So I'm going to collect the dividend and just hold this one. If it breaks down below like 28, I'm going to sell it. Okay, if it breaks 28, I'm out. Okay, so I'm risking $2. Okay, which is like 2.53% on the trade. And I'm going to sell it when it gets back up here to 45 to 47. So collecting the dividend for now and just holding. Green dot there on WLK. Another, I think this is actually a chemicals company. I thought they were a home builder, but target on that still 140 again. Just going sideways. We're stuck in a consolidation phase right now. WLK. But I like it still. Green on the monthly. I actually like that one a lot. And I'd rather buy a stock that looks like this, right? I want to go build my position right here rather than buy something like MSTR that's gone up for 2 years. This thing needs to correct now. It needs to come back down to like $100. Okay, WLK I like way more. QUBT up in the red zone, taking profits. SFRM looks pretty good. Penny stock, be careful. Target's $8. Plug's doing the Ripski here. So again, great day trading stock right now. Where you should have been buying with our strategy is down here off the green dot in September at $1.50. Okay. We got that signal right there in June. Boom, 160. Okay, it's up 100% already. So in the red zone, we're either reducing our position or we're taking profits. Whiff is whiffing, down 7% today. You're making a double bottom right here. Hopefully it holds on to 30. If it doesn't hold on to 30, this crypto is going to be in big trouble. ETH, we talked about this at the beginning of the stream today. Got a red dot on the daily. So again, we're using caution, right? I would set a stop loss at 3,600 here. 3,600 on the stop loss with that red dot showing. Okay, once again, we were buying Ethereum right here in June at 2,400. We sold around 4,000. Okay, it went to 4,800 and then it sold off. It gave you a signal right there. Gave you a signal right there, gave you a signal there and there. So if you're not going to listen to the signals, that's completely on you. Because we have a very, very strict plan over here, guys. A very strict plan. Okay, trading rules. Okay, sell on a red dot in the red zone on the daily. Okay, we want to take our profits up here in this area. Okay, and now you got a red dot showing up. We're still in the red zone here. So if you want to reduce your position, it's not too late, but I would definitely use a stop loss at 2,600 just to see how this thing plays out. Uniswap sitting at 650. This one actually flashed a golden dot today. It is red here on the monthly. We're testing a big support level right down here around 5. I actually took a position on this at around 550, I believe. So I'm still up a little bit, but I'm targeting 12. I think Uniswap's one of the largest, one of the biggest projects on Ethereum, and it's more of a play on Ethereum than anything. So I like the golden dot. I'm still a buyer of Uniswap at these levels. Like I said, I think I bought it the other day at like 550 or 590. So I'm just holding it, waiting to hit our targets. Okay, I like the golden dot, though. That showed up today. And we call those golden dots out over here as well. The gold dots are also called out. You can see CPB and Uni gave one. I had positions before both of those got called out. I think that's pretty cool. Rose, still green on the monthly. All-time lows, though. Again, if you bought off this dot here in August, you've been holding for 2 months. Okay, hopefully you know what you're buying. You should know what Rose does. Okay, you should know what their utility is. You should know what their tech is. You should believe in the project. Okay, you're at all-time lows right now, so if you think it's a good time to, if you believe in the project and you think it's going to come back up here to the red zone, it's still a great time to be looking to add on these green dots. But it does have a red one here on the monthly. That doesn't mean we, I'm sorry, on the daily. It doesn't mean we can't flop to it, to a green dot tomorrow or the next day. We just really need to hold on to some of these support levels. Coinbase, you guys saw us take profits on this on Thursday. That was right here at around 380. It's now came down to around 330. So that thing's starting to sell off. It is still green here on the monthly. Okay, we're simply just looking for a daily dot now. Okay, if that thing comes back to 300 again, we can look to add. But again, we bought this thing right here at around 3. My entry was like 309, and we sold it up here in the red zone off the red dot. So again, just following the strategy, guys. It's all laid out in the trading rules. Okay, I can't trade for you guys, but you know, we have a very strict set of rules. And again, I have a free trading course over here if you guys are new. But everything is laid right out here. Buying strategy, monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. If you guys are executing the buying strategy well, but not doing well on your selling strategy, again, just have some more discipline to stick to the plan. And again, you don't have to use these rules, but I highly encourage you, if you guys are going to do this, to have a set of rules and have the discipline to do it, to follow it, okay? You can't be scared to sell things, okay, in hopes that it might go higher or it might bounce. You just got to listen to the signals. I mean, that's ultimately what we're doing here. Adobe needs the green monthly. Uber had a red monthly show up today. It's in the red zone. We're taking profits on Uber. HIMS up in the red zone, not touching it. And Meta also up here in the red zone, trying to bounce here. But again, some of these charts are just, look at Meta's monthly. That just looks very scary. And it has a monthly red dot as well. So honestly, if you're going to play tech, I think the tech play is SQQQ at this point. SQQQ is the inverse ETF of tech. When tech goes down, this goes up. I would not be touching Meta up here, right? As a swing trader, as someone that's 1 to 6 months out, look at this chart over the last 2 years. Okay, green dot right there in December of 2022 on Meta at $100. The stock over the last 2 years has gone up 600%. That is so crazy. That's insanity. Okay, so let's wait for another big correction like this to get in. That might take a year, might take 2 years, might take 3 years. But when it does happen, we're going to be prepared to capitalize. So that's it for the chart requests, guys. Again, we get those in over here every single week. I'll take some from the live chat now. Go ahead and drop your chart requests in right now. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. All right, all right, all right. Those chart requests in. Had to stand up here. All right. Okay. And guys, I don't like being bearish either, but again, we have to use logic here. We have to use the data, and we have to go off what the charts are saying, because we can't have conviction that we're going up, right? Like on a stock like Meta, if you're getting the warning signs, right? I mean, up 600% in 2 years is a crazy return. The people buying down here are going to take profits eventually. Okay, there's going to be a reversal. Okay, nothing goes up forever. Eventually, right, there is a correction and it comes back down. So, I'm going to see what happens here very quickly. Assad, yeah, COP was another name that I was looking to buy today. I just typed in Assad, your name. COP, ConocoPhillips. So, again, in a bear market, it's a good place to be. Oil and gas is a good place to be in a bear market. And like you said, it has a red dot here on the monthly. And you said the daily is deep. So you're getting a good understanding of this stuff, dude. So, again, just because the monthly is red this month doesn't mean it's going to close red. It could definitely get a bounce here and go back up. Like you said, it's very deep right now. What we're waiting on is a daily, okay? What we're waiting on is a daily dot. That is the biggest thing we're waiting on right now. But I like how low the stochastic is, how deep the wave is. This is a really good call out. It's a really good call out. I'm actually going to put that one in the chart request favorites for today. And let me actually share these with you guys here today as well, so you guys can review these. I'm going to share this in the chat right now. And I'm also going to share it over here on YouTube. So I'm going to make a post here. Create post. Okay, so chart request favorites from today's live stream. Bang. So you guys can click on that link now here on YouTube, and you can see all the favorites from today so far. So these were all the names that look good from your guys' call-outs for entries. And again, we covered all of those. So, yeah, you guys can go watch the replay if you joined a little late. But I do like COP here. STX, are you talking about the crypto or the stock? I'm going to guess you're talking about the crypto. Okay, it just needs the monthly to come back. Okay, it hit a low of 2022 down at 20 bucks and bounced. So that tells us that 20 cents is very strong support for it. Again, just need that monthly confirmation here on STX. Again, you're at a 3-year low right now. A 3-year low. Okay. RSR. I sold my RSR like right at 0.00. I think I sold it like right there before the big dip. And I wish I would have been paying attention still, because look at, you could have bought in here at 0.003 and made, I don't know, a lot of money there. Like I said, these charts are just, that Friday just wrecked the charts, dude. So it's just really hard to get a read on some of these things. Okay, it's in the golden zone, so you got to pay attention to that. Target will be up here at like 1.015. XCN. Yeah, I'm taking requests from the chat now, guys, so go ahead and get them in. XCN just needs the monthly. SE. I think it's pulling back red on the monthly, so hopefully you took profits right there on the red dot at 180, or back here at September around 190. 200 was a good square level for that one. TTD, or TDD, you probably mean TTD. Trade desk. It looks good, $51. It has strong support right there at 41. So as long as 41 can hold, it actually looks good. You just need the monthly for confirmation. But I think this one's going to get a bounce down here. I don't think that one's going lower than 40. And it does have room to go back up there to 120 to 140. Covered RKT. We covered DEFT, FIGR. Not enough data for me. I don't have any data on my indicator, so I can't really tell you too much about it. STZ. Needs the monthly. You said long term. I mean, it's at a 5-year low right now. So I would say from a long-term standpoint, if you still believe in the company, yes, it looks pretty good above 120 if you're thinking like 2 years out. But again, how is the company doing? How are the financials? They're making about $3 billion a quarter. You're buying it at a five-year low. So I would say yes. If you believe in it, then yes. Near, we covered near. Up above $2. $2 is the level we're watching. The $2 level is the level we hit on Friday. So we just want to see that level hold for near. ASST. Looks like a penny stock here. Wow. The heck? I mean, down at $1 if you're playing the penny stock. Why was it all the way up there at 12? That's insane. It's bounced up to 12 like 3 times. What is this company? Interesting. Jeez. They don't have any revenue, but looks like a pretty good tradable stock. I don't know anything about it. Let's check it out over here. Let's see what it does. Flash info, STRIVE. Jeez. Oh, it's ASST. You got to type in the ticker. Providing social media marketing and content creation solutions. Its primary mission is to assist clients by enhancing their brand visibility and engaging through strategic content design and distribution. Penny stock. Be careful. INDI. Up in the red zone. So looking to take profits on the next red dot. UVXY. Yeah, it's an interesting place to start looking at shorts, guys. I mean, it's not bad to have some insurance in case we do decide to go the other direction. Something like UVXI would be a good short. I personally played SQQQ. I also have some shorts on PLTR and SoFi. Also 2 names that have really gone up a lot in this last year. Just absolutely rocket ship. So again, if market's correct, these names should come down along with the market, and we're playing puts. So if you guys don't know what a put is, it's an option. And I actually have an options course over here you guys can take. That's for more advanced people. I do not recommend options to beginner traders, but I do teach options over there inside the Discord if you guys are interested in checking that course out and want to learn how to short. Bull, BULL, just needs the daily. Again, very new stock. Just needs the daily dot here. I think it looks good down here around 11. You just want to make sure it holds on to 11 bucks. And that looks like it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, no live stream on Friday, but I will be active over here in the Discord. If you guys need me, just hit me up over here in the support chat. If you can't see the support chat, my email is overkill@overkillinvesting.club. Once again, you guys can join and become a member for as little as $4 a month right now by clicking on this link. That gets you access to all the trade alerts, the watch list, our member chat, pretty much everything that we do here at Overkill Trading. We'd love to have you on board, and hang in there, folks. Hang in there. It's been a rough week for crypto, but hey, these things happen. And again, it's all about how you react. Okay, we're reacting based on logic, not on emotion. Logically, stuff looks very cheap right now. Okay, we got to remember that. Things are cheap. Now is not a good time to buy. I'm sorry, now is not a good time to sell. Okay, some of your positions. Okay, not a bad place to take some off, to have some cash, to maybe be ready. If your name gives you a red dot on the daily, it's not a bad place to play it cautious. Okay, playing it cautious means you sell and you wait for the green dot to come back on the daily if you're still having conviction that it's going to keep going up. I sold my chain link today at $18. I sold it back here at 20, bought back in at 13, just sold it at 18. So I'm looking to get back into chain link on the next green daily dot as long as the monthly holds green. So again, a lot of caution, lot of caution signs, a lot of warning signs. We just got to continue to stay updated with the charts, think logically, use the data, and remain disciplined, guys. Again, if you're going to buy and sell based off of emotion, you're never going to make money in the markets. It's all about the logic. It's all about the data. And it's all about the discipline. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys next Wednesday on the live. If you guys need me, like I said, just hit me up over here inside of the support chat. Happy to help you out. If I'm not available, we got a lot of teammates over here, a lot of Spartans that are able to lend a helping hand as well. It's a lot better to win with people than it is by yourself, folks. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us together as a community working at getting better every day and making wise decisions with our investments and in everything that we do, in every aspect of life. So with that being said, guys, God bless you. I'll see you guys next Wednesday on the live.